And then I don't know, can you hear my printer in the background?
No,
Okay, good. Then we're good to go. So glad to see Velda. Sorry. Okay. Record to this computer.
so I got this.
All right, mute. Marcina. Everyone's on mute. We are ready to go. Good evening, everyone, and we are so excited. Hey, YouTube. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Doctor's Orders. We are here again on Friday night. We love being here so much. We've been doing it for the last 5 years, or maybe six. But we are part of of a healthy living community you may not know, because this might be your first time seeing this. So we're part of a healthy living community known as the Juice Plus community. Juice Plus began way back in 1970, and we've been on this tread up until now, we're going stronger and stronger every day. So back in 1970, we were the company that introduced smoke detectors in the United States. And then we went into air filtration and water filtration. Then in 1993, Juice Plus came to market between a good relationship between Dr. Smokey Centillo and the Juice Plus crew. We now have Juice Plus. Like I said, for those of you who may not know, Juice Plus is real food, fruits and veggies, berries that have been crushed, dehydrated, crushed, put into a powder, put into capsules. Some of us call it just in food. I just call it really good for my body. And we also have something known as omegas, but our omegas, no fish had to die. They are 100% vegan. In fact, all of our products are vegan. We have a very simple product line, and I'm not going to speak long because Carla's going to share all about that. So I'm going to turn it over to my friend, who I call my personal Dr. Google, and you'll see why when she starts talking. Carla, the floor is yours. You know I love you.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited, as usual, to see all of you here. This is a wonderful day, and I see all of you coming on, and all of those of you on YouTube. Thank you so much for being with us today. And I look forward to sharing some things with you um, this evening. So while I'm sharing my screen, if you have um, if you have a desire to do something special with your health, then I would like to share with you about how you can do it. So once I've got my
No sound. Carla, we can't hear you.
yay, I think I found the control. Can you hear me now? All right. I'm hoping that you can hear me because my audio is unmuted and I've got myself on video and I've got my slideshow up. So let's go for it. So if you have had a desire to jumpstart your health, I'd like you to put a 5 in the chat. And the reason I'm saying 5 is because many of us just have to raise our hand. And that's just an awesome participation that we can have when we want to do something. Now, just keep in mind that all the things that I'm going to share with you today are for your education and information. Please do not make any changes in your health or your procedure or your medications without having a conversation with your medical professionals about what you want to do and why you want to do it. Because they're part of your team, they're part of your healthcare team. And so by having that conversation, remember, they know more about you than I do. So what if there was a series of steps that you could take that could support you on this desire that you have to have and achieve transformation? Well, I'm so glad that you asked, and I'm so glad that you're here, because here are some strategies. You can learn the foundational principles of health. And if you've been on any of our sessions before, or you've talked to any of my friends, they've probably told you about the 6 pillars of health. So one of the first things that you can do is educate yourself about the foundational things that you can do to get and stay healthy. And just as a brief insight, that's water, walking, sleeping, de-stressing, detoxing your environment, and eating whole foods. The next thing would be, how do we put this information into practice? And you can use strategies like time blocking, scheduling, putting alarms, getting a buddy. Our founder, Jay Martin, one of the first things he encourages us to do is get a buddy, somebody who's also journey that will help keep us accountable, and we can help keep them accountable. And then you can also make it easier to do than not to do. So one of the things that I have decided I needed to do was to move more. And so I have my sneakers in the back of my car in a little bag, so that I could never say, well, I can't go to the gym today because I forgot my shoes at home. So my gym shoes are in the car, so that way I can always make it easier to do than not to do. Then nourishing myself. You can participate in batch cooking. We have, ask the person who invited you. We have different ways that we can do batch cooking. You may have heard of salad in a jar. You may have heard of sourdough parties. You may have heard soup in a jar. But get together with someone who knows how to do batch cooking, and I'll be happy to help you. And then you can also be creative, because you have to learn to honor your hunger and honor your fullness. And one of the ways that you can do that is eat before you go, or eat before you eat. And we have presentations that show you exactly how to do that. And of course, you can get a coach. A coach provides you with the, clear, simple to follow steps to help you get from where you are, bridging the gap from where you are to where you want to be. They also provide support and accountability. But as your coach, I want to introduce you to a fabulous program. It's called the Shred 10. Now, I'd like you to take a picture of the information that's on this slide, because I want to honor your time, and I want to give you as much information as possible. But the expert who can explain to you about why the Shred 10 works is Dr. Mitra Ray. She's a research biochemist, and she explains the shred. And if you take a picture of that video and you look for that video, you can see and learn about it. We also can invite you to our Healthy Living Revolution, One Simple Change Facebook group. And we also have another Facebook group where we can have a smaller, more intimate community where you can learn more about our shred. And you can just get invited to that. Now, we've been doing this since the beginning of 2024. I have to be honest, full disclosure, I did fall off the proverbial treadmill, so to speak, but we got right back on. So we're practicing consistency by getting back up on our program. And so we've been doing this since January, and we're helping other people to jumpstart their healthy living journey. Now, if you want and you're ready to join the October shred, which will start on Monday, then use this QR code so that you can go directly to our Shred 10 Plant Strong Challenge Facebook group, where you will be supported throughout the 10 days. We'll be posting every day. This time, I hope to go live at a consistent time so that if you want to join me, and we're always trying to give you more and more value as we go through the shred. So I hope you've had enough time to get a picture of that QR code so that you can join us. Now, what do you get with the shred? I mean, the question is, what's in it for you? This is a lifestyle program. It's not a diet. You know, most diets fail. In fact, there's research behind why diets fail and how many of them fail. So if you have realized that dieting is not for you, thumbs up for you. But also, if you realize that you needed to make lifestyle changes instead of dieting, then this is the place to be. You're in the right place. We will have for you 10 guidelines, group coaching, free e-resources, cookbooks, support, and fun. That's right. The shred allows us to add some new good habits so that we are doing good for our bodies so that it's easier to let go of habits that are not serving us. So what are some of those habits? Let me go through the guidelines. We want a guideline 1, eat more plant foods. Guideline 2, have 2 healthy plant-based shakes a day. Number 3, eat plenty of water. Number 4, drink plenty of water. Number 4, take 10 deep breaths and get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Number 5, exercise most days. Then you can reduce or eliminate number 6, caffeine and alcohol. Number 7, eating after 6 p.m. Number 8, eliminate processed foods. And then you can also eliminate number 9, gluten and dairy. And number 10, artificial and refined sugar. So one of the reasons I love this program is that there are no hard and fast rules. You know, we want to help you get started where you are. And the American College of Lifestyle Medicine encourages us to encourage you to start where you are and make one simple change at a time. And here as part of the Juice Plus community, we've known about making one simple change at a time. So we encourage you to look at the guidelines and decide which ones you want to add, get started adding them, and choose 1 or 2 that you'd like to let go of. So we start the first Monday of every month. So you still have enough time to order your supplies, join the Facebook group. I've already shown you the QR code, and get your shred guide. Once you join, we will send you your e-shred guide. So if you're getting onto this group, then reach out to the person who invited you and let them be your buddy so that you can do it together. We've been over the 10 guidelines, but I want to tell you what can you expect from these guidelines. So the Juice Plus company is known for their prioritizing research. So what does the research data show? That you can have improved recovery from exercise, reduced inflammation. That's huge, because if you've attended any of our sessions, you already know that chronic inflammation is implicated in 90% of the chronic diseases that we experience here in the United States. Improved skin health, reduced sickness days, and that's wonderful both for adults and children. Improved cardiovascular function. This is huge because the number 1 cause of death and disability in the United States is cardiovascular disease. Improved gum health, improved antioxidant status, and it promotes more lean mass, and it reduces abdominal fat. And I know that many people can put a 5 in the chat for that one too, because those are some things that we all want. And if that resonated with you, then put a 5 in the chat. If any one of these resonated with you, and you can even type in the one that made the difference for you. So with the shred journey, the best way that you can do it is to let us help you bridge the gap to achieve the amount of fruits and vegetables that would move you closer to your optimal amount. And so the person who invited you can help you order your Juice Plus supplies. As I promised you, once you register, you'll have access to your e-shred guide. You'll be able to watch the Dr. Mitra Ray video. You'll be included in the Facebook group. You'll actually do the shred. And at the completion of the shred, you get the prize of your own cooking guide. And then we don't just leave you to your own devices. We encourage you to live it and come back the following month and do it again and share with your friends and relatives. So here's what you'd want to start with. You can start with the fruit, the vegetables, and the berries, and you can add the complete shakes. And if, as an adult, you wish to sponsor a child, then you can also do that. And the person who invited you will be able to explain to you how our company supports the health and nutrition of the next generation by providing free fruits and vegetables to young people from ages 4 through 24. Now, I've been asked, well, if the kid is less than 4, can they still get Juice Plus? Yes, they can. But for the Fresh Start, Healthy Starts for Families program, they want the child to be old enough to tell them about any changes that they're feeling. That children under 4 can get started on the fruits and vegetables, either the berries or the capsules. So moving forward, the benefits of the Shred 10, you get exposure to the amazing Juice Plus products. Also to our amazing company, affiliates, and medical professionals. We're offering you improvement so that you can expect realistic outcomes. And it is the jump start to a new lifestyle transformation, one simple change at a time. Of course, you get exposure to health education. I've already mentioned the 6 pillars of health. And for those of you who are entrepreneurial and who want to make impact, but also acknowledge the value of having income as well as impact, we can introduce you to the business opportunity. So let's go on to how we can help you bridge the gap between what you may be actually doing and what you're aspiring to do. And sometimes we feel guilty that we're not doing all that we can. But I want to tell you, I appreciate all the health choices that you made and the fact that you're here with us today. I want you to raise your right hand, put it over your left shoulder, and pat yourself on the back. We're here to support you on achieving your goals. That's why you're here, because you want to do better. And so I'll tell you a little bit about the Juice Plus products. Now, we don't make health claims. We're not saying that Juice Plus treats or cures any diseases, but it is simply plant-based nutrition. Highly concentrated to deliver a powerful nutritional punch. And it's supported by over 20 years, so it's 25 or 30 years now of independent clinical research. So when we talk about the research, sometimes people think, well, if I just looked it up on Google, I did some research, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about double-blind, placebo-controlled research done by institutions or notable institutions across the country and around the world. So this means that this is clinical research. It's not done We're not talking about what happens to lab rats. We're talking about what happens to groups of people when you give them whole food nutrition. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm sure that the last time you ate broccoli, you knew you were eating broccoli. And I'm sharing that. I know you're laughing at me, but it's okay. But I'm sharing that because the only way to do double-blind placebo control with food would be to have the food in a capsule, because that way the researchers and the participants would not know which foods they're being exposed to. And that's the beauty of Juice Plus, because you can have 10 fruits, 10 vegetables, 10 berries, and omegas in capsules, and we can do double-blind placebo control. But on top of that, now we do have to provide the product to the researchers, but we don't determine the outcome of the research, and we don't determine how it gets published. We have no control over that. The results are published in peer-reviewed journals, and we can rely on that because the research is reviewed by outstanding researchers, and it's only published when it reaches that highest standard. And we have something called an impact factor of over 200, which is unheard of in the health and wellness industry. So what does the research show? It shows, number one, and anytime you're considering adding something to your nutrition outline, your nutrition, ask this question: is it absorbed by the body? And the second question is, does it do the body good? So we found in the research that it reduces oxidative stress. So oxidative stress is a measure of the amount of inflammation and amount of the reactive oxygen species that are at the root of inflammation. So it helps maintain healthy DNA. Have you ever felt like a victim of your DNA, of your genes? Well, the nutrition in Juice Plus had protective of your DNA. It supports the immune system, supports healthy skin and gums, supports healthy lung function. It contributes to cardiovascular wellness, supports healthy inflammatory response, supports the quality of life. And I mean, if you are investing in a change in your nutrition, a change in your lifestyle, you want to know that it supports quality of life. And it also supports healthy cholesterol, LDL, and triglyceride metabolism, which these are almost buzzwords. Everybody wants to have healthy cholesterol, LDL, and triglyceride metabolism. And Dr. Richard Dubois says there's nothing else available any place in the world, with or without a prescription, that has been clinically proven to do what Juice Plus has been proven to do. Now, he said that maybe 10 years ago, and it's still true. I mentioned earlier about the healthy starts for children. Our company is so invested in the future of children that we want children from 4 years old to 24 years old to participate in letting the world know the impact that adding more fruits and vegetables is making in their lives. And what have we found out in this, the largest children's study on the planet? We found out that 60% of the children are missing fewer days at school when they start taking the Juice Plus. 56% of them are taking fewer over-the-counter or prescription drugs. 71% of them are drinking more water, and 66% are visiting the doctor less. If you're a parent and that statistic speaks to you, you can put a 4 in the chat. 71% are consuming less fast food and soft drinks. And I don't know about you, but there's enough data to indicate that fast food and soft drinks have made a significant negative impact on the health of our children. And 61% are eating more fruits and vegetables. Yay, that is awesome. So what is this Juice Plus I keep talking about? Well, Ruth mentioned it earlier. It is 30 fruits, vegetables, and berries in our essentials, and also plant-based omegas. It's food. It's not a multivitamin. If you turn to look at the back of a multivitamin, you'll see that it has a supplement label, whereas this is food. So it has a food label. It's made with non-GMO ingredients. It's vegan, kosher. It is dairy-free and gluten-free. So what makes the Juice Plus product so amazing, uh, the fruits and vegetables and the berries, the grains, they're all grown in pristine conditions. We know the farmers. Many of them are multi-generational farmers, and they grow the crops in pristine conditions, and they let them grow to the peak of ripeness. So they don't pick it early. And that's really important, because there are some products, there are some nutrients that are not available to you from the fruits and vegetables until they are reached the peak of ripeness. And then when they are fully ripe, they're picked, they are flash frozen, crushed, and concentrated into powders. So you've retained all of the nutrient value in the seed, the skin, and even some of the leaves. This is NSF certified. We have a third party come in and batch test all of the products so that we know, we have the confidence that there's nothing in there that shouldn't be in there, and what's on the label is actually in there. It is the most researched brand name nutritional product in the world. Ask Alexa, she should tell you. So this is just a closer look at the 10 fruit, 10 vegetables, and 10 berries. But I want to take a moment to talk about the omegas. Many people have recognized that omegas are associated, omega fats are associated with inflammation. And so they're trying to get more omega-3 fats into their diet. Well, it turns out that that fish don't make omegas. They actually eat algae, and they concentrate it in their tissues. But also concentrated in the tissue of the fish are all the toxins from the waters in which they're living. So by bypassing the fish and going straight to the algae and 5 other plant sources of omega fats, we have something that is unheard of in the industry. We have omegas that are omega-3, 5, 6, 7, and 9, the range that occurs in nature. So it's full spectrum, it's pure, it's sustainable, it's 100% plant-based, it's cold pressed. So when you think, oh, I'll just compare this to something else, the cold pressing means that the oils are not degraded, and they're in a vegan capsule, and they are excluded from oxygen, which would also cause them to degrade. So this is a quality product. All of these are quality products, the likes of which you've not been exposed to before. We also have the plant-based shake, which is number 2 on our list of recommendations for the Shred 10. This is vegan, made of non-GMO ingredients. It's gluten and dairy free. It has 13 grams of protein, 8 grams of fiber. And because we have the whole food, the broccoli sprouts, the radish sprouts, the alfalfa sprouts, the amaranth, quinoa, rice protein, etc., you have the fiber in with the vegetables and the grains that are in this high protein shake. And so it means that it's low glycemic. In fact, persons who are diabetic have been able to have this without worrying about impacting their health negatively. And of course, have a conversation with your physician. And of course, many people ask about the soy and our mushrooms. The soy safety depends on the source. Our whole soybean is minimally processed, and it is water washed, and it is non-GMO. So for those who are weekend warriors, we also have a higher protein drink called the Perform. It's got 25 grams of protein, which research shows this combination has been helpful in muscle growth, energy production, mental performance, bone health, and muscle recovery. And for those of you who have green thumbs, and for those of you who are like me and don't have green thumbs, but you're concerned about the recalls for lettuce and different plants that different foods that have been happening, you can grow your own. We have two tower gardens that you can choose from. The larger indoor outdoor version, Tower Garden Flex, or the Tower Garden Home, which is easier to move through indoor doorways. But it contains ports for 32 plants. This is an awesome innovation, and we also have lights so that it can grow indoors all winter. Get together with the person who invited you. Oh, and I'm told that they're having a flash sale. So this weekend is the weekend to order your tower garden, because I think it's $75 off. Way to go. This is the way to make an investment in your future. And yes, it is an investment, but it's an investment in your future that pays for itself. And speaking about investment, what about the investment in your energy and your ability to make it through the day? If this is you at about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I want to introduce you to Luminate. It contains lion's mane mushroom, rhodiola, Alpinia galanga, ashwagandha, sage, coffee berry, the whole coffee berry, and cordyceps mushroom mycelium. The nootropics and adaptogens in the Luminate make it an amazing product for focus and calm. And for persons who, like myself, are highly sensitive to caffeine, I just want to let you know that my experience has been amazing. It has really been supportive for me during my studies and during my driving home late at night and having to stay up for classes that run late into the night. So ask the person who invited you, and maybe they can give you more information. We have a couple videos that we'd love to share so that you can know more about Illuminate. So once again, take a picture of your 10 guidelines. You'll be hearing a lot more about them, but these are the guidelines that will help you on your journey during the next 10 days. Once we start on Monday, but remember, you can get your products right away. Now, tomorrow morning, we're going to have a welcome call for all of you who are new to our community. Now, the password is 123. The code is correct, but the password is 123. So we look forward to seeing you there tomorrow. And where do you see yourself getting started? We have options and choices for you. So speak to the person who invited you. We'd love you to jump all the way into the Shred 10 packet. And that's the one, if you ask me, well, what's the best value? What's the best and likely to give you the best results straight out the gate? You have the Shred 10 package, so we can recommend that to you, and we can talk about what works well for your family. So jumpstart your clean eating on October the 7th. Get ready to order your supplies, join the Facebook group, get your Shred 10 guide. And then once you've completed it, we're going to have a watch party and help you move forward and live it. Once again, you can join the Facebook group by using this QR code, and I'll just wait a few seconds so that you can either write it down, take a picture of it, so that you can get involved in this clean eating experience. For many of us, the consistency of doing this every month is what has helped us see improvement. People who have a big gap in their health between where they are and where they want to be, just making a few simple changes can produce big results. Small hinges can swing big doors. But there may be some of you who are like me, and you just need a little bit of help, a little bit more. Well, here's where consistency and showing up the first Monday of every month is really going to make a difference for you. Being part of the community and getting on one of our coaching calls. So one of the things that I have to offer you is a 5-day to health and life jumpstart. It's going to be a free one-on-one sessions with you. You can use the Calendly link that's here so that you can set up a free session so that you can hear more about it. And I will be happy to help you jumpstart your healthy living journey. So this is a bonus on top of the Shred 10 experience. You can work with me one-on-one for 5 days. You can also use this number 540-686-1312 to just call in and leave a message, or you can text free one-on-one to that number and we'll get you started. So as we shed out today, I want you to take a look at some of these questions. What are some of your expectations before the shred? And if you've done the shred before, what were your expectations before you started? What did you notice during the shred? What were your takeaways and observations? What questions do you have? And my question to you is where to from here? Upcoming events, we have the welcome call tomorrow. We're going to San Diego, y'all, in March of 2025. You also, you could be here every Friday night. We're still doing our doctor's orders every Friday night. You have access to these empowerment sessions where you can get regular education. And we have Monday night calls. Again, they are free. So here's another set of resources. You can just take a picture of this information and keep it in your phone so that you always know where to find us and how to get on these calls that happen every week. We really look forward to supporting you. My friend Jennifer New introduced me to this healthy living community, and we have become fast friends and buddies. In fact, that's happened to many people who have joined our community. So I want to thank you so much for joining me this evening. I still haven't figured out how to end the YouTube session without ending the whole Zoom. So what I would just encourage you to do is once I close the room, just come right on back and I'll be here to answer questions and to have a discussion about what's going on in our community so that you can take part in it as well. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Coach Carla Joy with our friend Ruth Presley, the hostess with the mostest, and our friends who came on to join us. We thank you so much. So I'm just going to close the room out and we'll all come right back. Thank you.